Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the third video where we will be learning simple and compound interest plus the difference in Python. So in this video we will calculate both simple interest and compound interest using Python functions. So we'll take principal, time and rate as input, then define two functions, one for simple interest and another one for compound interest. Finally, we will find the difference between the two interest amount. Okay, so this program shows how Python functions make financial calculations quick and very easy. So before getting into the actual coding, we will first see what is the formula to calculate the simple interest and what is the formula to calculate the compound interest, and then how do we find the difference means subtracting the two values. Okay, we will do compound interest minus simple interest, it will give me the difference. So what is the formula for simple interest? It is very simple, you have already learnt in your school days, that is PTR by 100. What is PTR? Principal multiplied by time multiplied by rate over 100 will give you simple interest. In the same way, compound interest, you will multiply the principal whole bracket and then you will add 1 plus r rate over 100 whole to the power t. Okay, you will put the power as t, time, and then minus 1. This is the formula to calculate the compound interest, and the formula to calculate the simple interest is simple PTR by 100. So now we will write the Python program and see how we can implement this formula, mathematical formula in Python. Okay, let's open up my idle shell here. Let's go full screen, click on file, new file. Here I will start writing my program. I will fast forward the video and come back after writing the program. Alright, I have written the program. So this program is used to calculate simple interest and compound interest. As you can see, I have two functions. Okay, one is to calculate the SI, another one is to calculate the CI. What is SI? SI means simple interest and CI means compound interest. So I have two functions to calculate the both SI and CI respectively. Here I need three inputs, that is principal, time and rate. What is principal? Here to take the principal as input I am using float. Okay, why float? In previous example we used int because we were taking the integer values, that's why we used as int. Here the principal, time and rate might be in decimal values, that's why we need the input as float. Okay, we will typecast the input to float and we'll store in p. Okay, the principal value we will store in p, the time value we will store in t, the rate value we will store in r. Understood? Till here we have taken the input from the user. Alright, then next we will go to the actual invoking methods. Okay, here I have a variable called as s to store the result of simple interest. I have another variable called as c to store the result of compound interest. Here I am calling the function. Okay, and here I am calling another function. After calling this function simple interest, my control will jump to the simple interest function, and while executing this statement my control will jump to this function. Understood? Whatever the value this returns, it will be stored in s. Okay, because I have this as first here, and then whatever the result this ci will return, it will be stored in c. Okay, now let's go to si. I am passing p, t and r as arguments to this function. Okay, I am passing the parameters. Here I am multiplying return p into t into r divided by 100. Okay, for multiplication we use star asterisk mark as multiplication symbol. So this is a simple formula we have written in Python, that is PTR by 100. That's all. After calculating this, it will return the result and that result will be stored in S. Understood? Now let's go to the CI. After invoking this function, my control will jump over here and it will again take the values p, t and r. It will come to this function and it will calculate return p into 1 plus r divided by 100 to the power. Okay, if we want to write the power in Python we use double stars. Okay, whenever you use double stars, it means you are writing to the power. Okay, it means whole to the power of t and then minus 1. Okay, we have just replicated this formula in terms of our code over here. Okay, and then this value, this ci will return the result whatever it has calculated to the c. Okay, so now my s is holding the result of simple interest and my c is holding the result of compound interest. Okay, now let's come to the print statement. In print statement I have simply printed simple interest, compound interest and then difference. Okay, you might be wondering why I am using round here. Okay, so after performing these mathematical operations I might get the result in more decimals. Okay, this round function is used to round off the values up till how many decimals we want. Okay, for example I'm printing simple interest, so yes I will print and I'm saying only 2 decimals I want. Okay, so it will say for example 3 point some 2 decimals for example. Okay, and the same way I'm printing the compound interest. C is holding my compound interest, so I'm printing here C comma 2 means it will round off to 2 decimal numbers. Okay, then coming to the difference, what is the difference of these two interest rates? Okay, that is C minus S. C minus S I will print, and this result also I want to round off till 2 decimals. This is very simple. Let's save this program and try to run and see what will be the output of my program. Let us save it. I will press Ctrl S. I will go to my desktop, select Python lab programs. I will give this as p3.py. Again, don't forget to give .py because that is the file extension. We say to the system that these file types are of Python. Click on save. Now we'll go to run module. Okay, my program is now running. What is my principal amount? Let's say I will say 1000 rupees. Then what is the time? Let's say 12. Then what is the rate? I will say 7.5. If I hit enter, it will give me what will be the simple interest amount using the simple interest, that is 900.0. Compound interest is 1381.78. You can see here it is rounding off to only 2 decimals because we are rounding off the values using the round function, and the difference you can see it over here. Understood? So this is how we implement simple interest and compound interest in Python. Assalamu alaikum.